Hashtag Instagram. Oh my gosh. If you're like, I do this all the time, guys. I hashtag my life. This is, by the way, the sign for hashtag now. Now there's a sign for it, right? So we're talking about how to hashtag on Instagram, the do's, the don'ts, what you can do with it, what you shouldn't do with it. So stay tuned. Okay, let's talk Instagram. Instagram is honestly one of my favorite platforms because I'm a photographer, and all of you are a photographer too, and it's because you have one of these. Like, seriously, the camera on your phone is better than any camera that they had, 20 years ago. Well, maybe not any camera, but you see what I mean. Like, your phone is great for taking pictures as long as you master light and you master what it takes in composition. But that's not even what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about hashtags today. But when we talk Instagram, the reason I bring that up is that Instagram is a photo platform. Different platforms are going to be used for different things. Instagram is obviously for photography. That's what it's for. So if you're posting on Instagram, you either got to be a good photographer or know a good photographer. Facebook's all about any kind of social media. They are huge on, posts, on pictures, on memes, or whatever it is you want to put out there. Twitter's got text plus, a little bit of a line for video. But when you're talking Instagram, Instagram is the king of hashtags. Instagram will probably allow you to use the most hashtags except Facebook, but socially Facebook, if you put like 30 hashtags on Facebook, people are going to wonder why, and they won't even read them, and they probably won't use them to connect your posts. So if you want to use hashtags, Instagram is king. Now I'm actually going to walk you through on my phone right here. You can see my screen and everything right with it, how to use hashtags on Instagram and how to do it fast, because you don't want to type it in every single time. Nobody wants to do that. So let's open up Instagram. Let's check it out. I'm just going to open up my phone right here. I'm going to share with you, I have 5 different Instagram accounts because, like I said, I'm an entrepreneur like crazy and I do so many different things. So I'm just going to open up my Instagram and show you what this looks like right here. Okay. So again, this is my travel Instagram. I just made a post a few minutes ago. I've got 1 comment already, 8 likes, and a follower from it. So that's cool. Thanks for the follow, guys. Love it. So this is my Light Travels blog Instagram. So I'm just going to go to my homepage right here and walk you through a little bit of what's going on here, okay? So I just made this post on the top left right here. I've got some other posts and some history, and I want to walk you through how this looks. So on this post right here, I've got 21 likes. The post is 7 minutes old, so that's cool. Thanks for the likes, guys. And I've got several hashtags on it, but I've also got some space for my caption. Now, how many hashtags should you have? Well, I guess we need to know how many hashtags can you have first. Instagram will allow you to have up to 30 hashtags per post, and that's per caption in the post. You can add more hashtags to the comments later. It's not always my favorite way to do it. It's kind of slow, but I love to use whatever social media gives me to use. And if you can remember that, no matter where you're posting, no matter when you're posting, if social media gives it to you, use it. So this thing with Instagram stories that you'll see nowadays, use those Instagram stories. If you see that it can use up to 30 hashtags, gosh, use it. Why not? Bottom line, don't try and cheat the system. If you're gonna, buy things here and there, you're not gonna have the most authentic relationship with your peeps online. So stay authentic. Don't try and cheat the system. Just use the hacks that the system allows you to use. Okay, so let's talk about Instagram tags. We've got several tags on this photo. This tag in the bottom of this body here, right under all these periods, has 26 hashtags. And I do that on purpose because I want to have room in the body of my post to really specialize those hashtags. So I've got 26 in this body right down here. And then I've got another hashtag right up here in the content of the caption. And then I've got a hashtag in a comment that I made because I just forgot to add it. So I've got 26, 27 in the body of my comments, or the body of my caption rather, and then I've got one more. As soon as you use all those up in your caption, you can have as many in the comments as you want, and other people can tag your captions, no problem. So you just need to give yourself enough room to do 30. Now, if you're just posting right on Instagram, you're going to notice a couple of things. You're going to notice, well, actually, let's walk through a post right here. So when you're posting, what Instagram won't allow you to do is hit this return button. There's none of that on Instagram. So you're wondering, how do I separate my content from my hashtags? I love to separate those because hashtags will just be this big block of information, but but that's not really of the most interest to your readers. Your readers want to read your caption, right? So your captions should be separated from your content of hashtags. Captions separated from the hashtags. But you can't do that in Instagram. You've got to, do it somewhere else. Now, how do we transfer that? Let me show you. So follow me over. I'm just going to go on my phone, right over here to my notes section right here. Check this out. In my notes, I have this hashtag list already set up. Now it's flexible. I can change the hashtags if I want to, but when it's time for me to post on Instagram, here's what I'll do. And I'll post on Instagram probably every hour. I have an alarm that goes off on my phone every hour to remind me to post on Instagram every hour that I'm waking up. So I'll select all this, I'll copy it, and then I'll go back over to my Instagram page. Now it's time to post on, okay, you got 2 more likes. Thanks for the likes. Pretty cool. Okay, cool. We're just going to create a new post here. Now I'm breaking one of my rules and I'm doing it for you guys. I just made this post 11 minutes ago and I'm going to make another post back to back with it. Doing it because I love you. And it's not an hour apart, but I want you to know that, this is for you guys. So I'm going to go make another post on Instagram. So I've got, my layout here. I've got a couple tips here. I've got some video over here. I've got this tip right here. So I'm going to, go back to my Instagram. I'm going to pick a photo. That's a beautiful one of Erica that I shot while we were in Bali. I think I will use that one. So I'm going to zoom it so it looks nice. Remember that Instagram is a square crop typically. This one doesn't crop really well to a square, so I'm taking a chance here. I'm going to go with a full landscape crop on this one. I'm going to click next. Okay, I don't filter. No, I don't like filters. Some people do, but when it's my photography that I did with my nice DSLR camera, I've already put it through Lightroom. I've already put it through Photoshop. Don't touch it. Don't put Instagram filters on my art. Like, if you're going to take a picture with your phone, go for it. In fact, the most popular filter for Instagram is the Mayfair filter. People love the Mayfair filter. So if you want to use filters and tilt shift and all of that fun stuff to augment your photos, like that you shot with your phone and you like it that way, more power to you. But this is one that I already made perfect on my computer, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Okay. So I'm going to take this photo. I'm going to click next. Now it's time to caption that puppy. All right. And we got to caption it with our hashtag. So I'm going to click touch there and then I'm going to touch paste. Now check out what happens. I know there's 26 hashtags because I already took that in my notes. I'm going to scroll up. Got all these traveling hashtags. Oh, and I've got my returns right here. So I can now keep my caption separate from my hashtags. Big clue, big key right there. So I'm going to start up here. I'm going to delete that period right there. And then I'm going to write a caption, just a real caption. And say, this was probably my favorite shot during our entire trip. And then I'll tag my girl who's in this photo. Her name is Erica, so I'm going to tag her. I already recognize her. Thanks for that. Erica, you are gorgeous. Inside and out. I am so glad I know you. Now, Erica is amazing. She's one of my buds. She actually nannied for us on a lot of our trips. And when she nannied for us in Hawaii, she took care of our 3-month-old daughter and just was amazing with her. And then she got to come to Bali with us too. She didn't have to nanny this time. So it was so fun. I know Erica personally, love her. But I've got my hashtags going on here and I've got 4 more to work with. So I'm going to be specific on this one. I already have on my hashtag, my Light Travels blog post, my hashtag in there. So I can connect all my stuff to all my other stuff using that hashtag. I'm also being very specific with these hashtags that are surrounding it. These hashtags have a lot of followers. So I'm also going to get more specific. So I've got, this location is specific to Bali. So I'm going to do hashtag Bali. Now check out what comes up when you do this. It's going to give you all of these most commonly used hashtags. So think about it. If you're going on Instagram and you want to find out more about Bali, you're going to hashtag Bali. Now this hashtag has 34.7 million uses. That's a ton. That's a crap ton of uses. So we're going to use that one, Bali. Beautiful. Now I'm going to do another one. What's relevant to this photo? I'm going to do portrait photography. Okay, I've got portrait. That one's going to come up with, 56 million. Beautiful. Portrait photography's got 9 million. So I would actually do both of those. If it's up in the millions, it's a good chance that it's a good hashtag for you. So portrait photography. Beautiful. Okay, one thing Instagram won't warn you of is if you double up on hashtags. If you got a hashtag that you used once and you used it again, it'll let you use 2 of your 30 on one hashtag. So make sure you're not doing that. So you've got one hashtag at a time and you're not duplicating them per post, okay? So last thing I'm gonna do before I finish and I post this is I'm gonna count my hashtags, because guess what? If you use more than 30, it'll delete all of them and your post will not get traction. So double check every single time that you've got 30. So I've got Bali 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, I've got 24. So I'm going to count again because I'm not sure if I counted that right. So I've got the 3 up there, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I only do have 24 on this one. I'm okay with that. You can use up to 30 in every single post. I encourage you to, but I'd be kind of stretching for other hashtags to use in this one. I'm not going to use a hashtag that's not relevant. Okay, so I've got all my hashtags that I want. I've got my captions separate from my hashtag block. And I'm going to click OK. When you're doing a post on Instagram, you're going to always want to add the location if possible. This one, I remember, was shot at the Laguna, Bali. Okay, right there, boom. That way, whenever anyone's searching the Laguna in Bali, they can see my images, which is super cool. And the Laguna actually likes it too. And in fact, I'm gonna go back in this description because I do remember that the Laguna has a handle on Instagram. So I'm gonna tag them in this too. Hashtag the Laguna Bali. And I'm gonna tag my friends there. The Laguna Bali Resort and Spa, they're gonna love that. You know, they just love to get some more publicity. I'll do them a solid and do that. Then I'm going to click OK. Make sure it's copying to my Facebook page and then make that connection there. And then it's time to click share. Boom. Okay. So you've got your hashtags. It's posting right now. This is how, you're going to want to have those handy. You're going to save them to the side right in your notes folder. So the question is, how do we fill up this notes folder? How do we know which hashtags are the best ones to have? I want to show you a little bonus. Okay. Here's my bonus. I've got over here in your app store, you've got a couple ways to find the most popular hashtags. There's actually apps that will do this for you. It's awesome. So I'm just going to show you a couple apps. Most of them work the same way. You just type in your topic and it'll give you the top trending hashtags for that topic. It's good to keep those up to date because people are always chatting, people are always online, and they're always finding out what's best for them. So I'm just going to type in this app store, hashtag, boom. Hashtags. When I do that, you're going to find all of these Tag-O-Matic, hot hashtags, reposts, just so many different options for apps you want to download. You can even type in popular hashtags, if you can spell it right like me. Popular hashtags on Instagram. Boom. Okay, tags, auto hashtags, popular hashtags on Instagram. You can find so many different apps. And again, just take a look at this. Popular hashtags on Instagram. It's called Top. You can search by nature, animals, social, holidays, all of that, and then you can get the top most used hashtags on Instagram. Now remember, there's 2 reasons we use hashtags on Instagram. One is to get in the communities that are already using those hashtags. The other is to create our own community using our hashtags. So when you're using hashtags, get one that's unique to you. Like I have my Light Travels blog hashtag for my Instagram. I've got that and I use it on all of my Instagram posts. And I also have one for each of my other Instagrams. You can see I've got my photography Instagram, my Limitless Treasures Instagram, just me, and then I've got a fitness Instagram. Each one of those has their own unique hashtag. And heck, I even do my own hashtags for when I'm searching for stuff. So let's go in here and I'm going to show you Marianne's bucket list. I go through my travel, my fellow travel bloggers on Instagram, and I will go through on theirs and I will look for my hashtag because I'll look for places that I want to travel, okay? So this one was one that I added because this was on my bucket list and I actually crossed it off. So I was riding elephants with my husband in Bali. Super cool. So I'll use hashtags for me to help me keep track of things that I want to keep track of, like bucket lists or places that I want to go. Hashtags will link whatever is tagged with that hashtag all together when you search it. you can find it. Okay, so that's hashtags on Instagram. Make your own niche hashtags, create popular hashtags, find popular hashtags, download that extra app, and you'll be rocking in no time. Okay, now you know all about hashtags, so do some research, find the ones that works for you, and make your own hashtag. In fact, in the comments below, I want to see your hashtag. So put your own unique hashtag in the comments below. Let's create some networking. Let's create a real mastermind here. We'll see you tomorrow.